Alrighty, gang, today is August 25th, 2025, and I'm checking in.
DVWB, Daily Vlogs with Blake.
First things first, I just got off of my first day of work at my new job. It's a new job and not a new job because I transferred and I'm doing actually the job that I used to do like 3 years ago when I first started with the company that I'm working with. And it's kind of nice. It's very convenient. I will say this. I think I've already discovered that I'm one of the best people who work there because wow, did doing the thing that we do first thing in the morning take way longer than it would have at my old store. And I would say at my old store, I was probably like maybe top 4, top 5 people who work there. I'm definitely top 2 of the people who are working there, at least today. Maybe there'll be like another guy who's off today who like will surprise me, but I'm low-key not thinking that's the case. Anyways, but not going to get too far into that because it's the first day. I don't want to like overhype stuff or talk about it too much, but I will say I did have a really good day and I do think it's going to be a really smooth transition. I was concerned about it, but today went relatively well, and I do think that the more I do it, the more I'll kind of get the hang of things, and it'll just kind of fall into place for me. So, that being said, I got myself a bunch of groceries. We're going to do a little bit of a grocery haul, and then my goal for today, my sister gets off of work at 5. It is currently noon. I want to have as much unpacked as possible before she gets home. So, that's what we're going to be up to. But first things first, like I said, a little bit of a haul. I went to the Walmart in my town, got stressed out because their parking lot is absolutely gigantic, and I had to park at the very, very back of it. But that being said, your boy quickly got the groceries he needed, and he's ready to head out. Okay, but a little bit of grocery haul. We got this right here, which is going to be for all of my jewelry. I decided now that I'm at this new job, and my mom, kind of like very traditional. She doesn't like when guys like have their ears pierced or they like paint their nails or do anything like that. I plan on potentially painting my nails, doing cool things with my hair, doing cool things with tattoo-wise, maybe getting more piercings. Like I might get a septum piercing. And I want a place to put all my jewelry because I'm planning on starting to wear some more. Like I wore a friendship bracelet today. I'll probably wear it again tomorrow. But actually, I have a really funny story about this. So I found this while I was packing yesterday. It says talk too much. It is a friendship bracelet that I made for a concert that I went to last year in November. And funny story about that concert, it was at a small venue, so I camped out relatively early so that I could get a really good spot. And I camped out super early. I was sitting next to a couple of people, and at one point I overheard in their conversation that they were talking about how they have to open really early in the morning the next day, and they're stressed out because they're releasing some like limited edition cups that they know people are going to go crazy about. And I work at a Target, right? And I know that we have, I want to say it's the Stanley Cups that sell out like crazy, and every once in a while we'll do like limited edition Stanley Cups and they'll sell out super fast. So when they were saying that, I was like, oh my God, I can totally relate to that because at the place that I work at, we've had this issue before. And then they told me where they worked, and it was the Starbucks in a Target that's in the town that I now live in. And today when I was clocking in and I was doing something up front, I noticed, I think one of the guys that I was hanging out with at that concert works there. So the fact that I was wearing this friendship bracelet that I made for that concert when I ran into him is kind of ironic. But to quickly speedrun this haul, because my dog really wants to like go outside or something. I don't know. She keeps whining. So I'm going to deal with that in a second. Okay, I ended up getting interrupted by my dog, so I don't know where I started or stopped, so I'm actually just going to redo the entire thing. First up, we got the world's greatest creamer, sweet cream. This one in particular, really delicious. It kind of tastes like ice cream, and I like it because you can use just that, and you actually don't even need any other syrups or sweeteners because that cream is an all-in-one beautiful package. Then the next one, we got ourselves egg roll wrappers, which I accidentally ripped because I threw it in the bag a little too hard. But I'm going to be making crab ragoon burritos, and I figured getting something like these might be good because like you can kind of put it down and then roll it over. I don't know. We're going to attempt that at some point. That might be a TikTok video though and not a YouTube video. Sorry about it. It's a TikTok trend, so I'll make it on TikTok. My bad. Next up, we got broccoli. That's the only healthy thing that I bought. Not the best sign. This one, I probably already showed off, but just in case I didn't, it's there. Then we got ourselves King's Hawaiian Rolls. That's also a crab ragoon related thing. I've got all the crab ragoon things in the world. You have no idea. I literally have a problem right now. I also got more crab delights, which for reference, I already have like 4 of these in my fridge. But because I'm planning on doing so much with them, I needed another one. Obviously, makes sense. Next up, I got deodorant because when I moved, I somehow lost deodorant. I don't know how the hell that happened. I also am currently having the hot dog conundrum. You know the hot dog conundrum where they don't make the same amount of buns in a package as hot dogs in a package, and then you end up with like leftover buns or leftover hot dogs, and then you're like, oh, well, I'll buy more buns, and then you have more buns, and then you're like, fuck, but now I need more hot dogs, and then you get more hot dogs, and then you're just kind of screwed. I thought, okay, well, I have 4 hot dog buns currently, but no hot dogs. I'll just buy a 12-pack and then another 8-pack of buns. That'll be perfect. You know what they don't sell? 12 packs of hot dogs, because that would make fucking sense. No, the options are 8, 10, or 24. Now I have too much hot dogs, not enough buns. Nope, opposite. I have too much buns, not enough hot dogs. Speaking of buns, got healthy buns. These are 60 calories. So when I meal prep my hot dogs, I will have, those are turkey hot dogs, so they're relatively healthy. They're 100 calories. These are 60 calories. So if I meal prep 2 hot dogs, which is probably what I'll do, that's 320 calories, and then probably add on like 60 or 70 calories for the condiments. That's going to be like 400 calories for my lunch. That's pretty solid. That's pretty good. And then on top of that, I got vegetable oil. Back to the unhealthy shit. Crab Rangoon burritos. I need to fry them. Very funsies, very exciting. And then I got a couple more things. Worcestershire sauce. You need this for the crab rangoons. And then sweet and sour sauce. I like to dip crab rangoons with sweet and sour sauce, so I figure I should probably get some. And then I got 2 Red Bulls. I got sugar-free red and sugar-free pink. And then last but not least, we got ourselves some electrolytes. This is the Messi brand. And I'm hoping it's really good because when I looked it up, it has some of the best electrolytes in comparison to like Gatorade, Powerade, stuff like that. It supposedly has like about like 200 milligrams more, which will be really, really nice. So that was it for the haul. And now we're going to go ahead and start unpacking stuff. Alrighty, so fun story. You remember how in the first clip I was like, it's 12 o'clock, my sister gets home at 5. I want to get everything done before she gets here. It's 3:30 and I took a nap and I haven't done anything. Yippee! We got to get stuff done. Let's do it. Line of business. Boxes that are empty, I should put to the side so that I know they're empty. So there's one. At some point, I need to put this box back in my cart. This is a donation box. I brought over my giant comforter and a couple of other things because I wasn't planning on buying a new comforter set immediately when I moved in. And then I realized how high up my bed was and how much of a pain in the ass it would be to make that bed, then unmake that bed, and then remake that bed. So I just immediately bought a bed set so that old one can go. This box should be pretty easy to clear out, actually, because I could literally just throw that Lego Technic somewhere in my room for the time being, and I'll figure out what to do with it later. That popcorn bucket, once again, can pretty much just hang out in my room. Okay, and then I got this little shelf, which I need to figure out what I'm doing with, because part of me is like, I might actually just go ahead and donate this, because I like this, and what I usually would do with this is I put it up on my wall, and then I'll, like, say I'm watching a movie, and I put that movie, like, that disc in my Xbox or whatever I'm using to play the movie. I'll typically put the box on here so that, one, it kind of like puts on display, oh, this is the movie I'm watching, but also that way I always know at what time what disc is in my DVD player. So I might try to do this again. I just need to figure out where to put this. Part of me is thinking literally right under that Dark Knight poster. Like, it might feel a little clustered, but I do think that having it by the TV makes the most sense. Guess you just absolutely ate shit. I don't know if it's just because, like, the floor is slightly lopsided over here or what it is, but something about the floor over here is, like, extra slippery. So usually I like to wear Crocs around the house. I'm not right now, and I just absolutely wiped the fuck out. Kind of wish I was doing a time lapse of me taking stuff from that box into my room, and then that box, and then that in the room. That's not what I'm doing, though. And I was unable to get a lot of progress done before little baby over here was whining to go outside. So another little hiatus, another little break. Everything is going so splendidly. Okay, I'm gonna name my sister's dog to stop being the Energizer Bunny because I finally came inside and I was like, yes, I'm gonna get back to being productive. She has not chilled out and it's been 20 minutes. But that being said, this box is officially cleared because I took out the couple things that were in it. Okay, then part of me wants to kind of go ahead and knock out this one next. There's a lot of relatively important stuff in here, and I think that the more that I unpack from here, the more I'm gonna kind of understand where everything is and what everything needs to be. And honestly, I'm also looking for, like, my phone charger and some extension cords, and I haven't been able to find them yet. And I've cleared out a decent bit of boxes, and I'm like, shit, because, not to be that guy, I low-key can't set up a lot of the things in my room without extension cords because I need one to get up to my bed. I need my giant surge protector for my TV because I need to figure out how I'm going to put that by my TV. So this is currently just very stress-inducing, and that is not helping. Alrighty, and the first thing unpacked from that box, we got ourselves a little bit of a director clappy thingy. That one was really easy, just one little command strip Velcro thing. Okay, but now back to business. We got batteries. That's not a lot of batteries. What the fuck? Okay, and we went ahead and just added those batteries to the rest of the batteries that we already have in this little drawer. Next up, my laptop. I'm just going to throw this on my desk. And then the PlayStation can quite literally just go with it. Alrighty, and obviously right underneath the PlayStation, we have fanny packs, because you know that packing makes sense. Alrighty, and these are just going to go ahead and go in one of my cubes for my small cube organizer. Okay, then I got my Xbox, which I'm going to go ahead and put over by my PlayStation. I'm really hoping to find my big extension cord in here. Alrighty, and then I also got a couple of steel books, because I got these since the last time I literally already went ahead and organized all of my movies, and now I have 2 more. God damn it. Okay, and then I got some gaming stuff. I think I'm just going to go ahead and throw these in another one of those cubes in my small cube organizer. Now, unfortunately, this next part's going to be a little bit more tedious. I have all of these 24 movie posters, and I need to kind of go through and organize them to which box that they go to, and then make sure that they end up back in their box set. Because in my old room, I had these hanging up on the walls. I'm not planning on doing that again this time. Okay, that actually honestly did not take me that long because there's 6 for this one. I'm going to go ahead and actually put it in order as well. So it's going to be, first off, Iron Man, then the Incredible Hulk, then Thor, then Captain America, the First Avengers, then Avengers Assembled. Oh, wait, no, Iron Man 2, and then Avengers Assembled. That sounds right to me. No, that's wrong. Hold up. Iron Man 2, then Thor, then Captain America, then Avengers Assembled. Okay, cool. Swag. Also, since it's called Avengers Assembled, that's how you know this box set is actually from the UK and not America. Then we have Phase 2. Once again, wanting to put these in order, we want to go Iron Man 3, then Thor: The Dark World. Yeah, they had 2 great movies back to back there. Then we got Captain America: The Winter Soldier, which was an incredible movie. And then we get Guardians of the Galaxy, I believe, right after that one. Yep, and then Avengers: Age of Ultron, and then Ant-Man. Those were pretty good, that last streak. Then we have Part 1 of Marvel Phase 3. Starts off with Captain America: Civil War. Understandably. Oh, man, I got gunk on this that I didn't do a good job taking off. Ugh, this is going to drive me insane. I think... Oh, no, you can't see it in the background. My dog is currently eating a box. So hopefully that box isn't important. Oh, and that doesn't go there. That goes over there. Alright, so it starts off with Captain America. Then I believe Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2? Nope. Then Doctor Strange. Then Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Then Spider-Man Homecoming. And then Thor Ragnarok. That's only 5 movies. It's weird. And then this last one is going to be like 7 movies, but more posters than that. So then it's going to start off with Black Panther, Avengers Infinity War, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Captain Marvel, Avengers Endgame, Spider-Man Far From Home. Wow, that worked out perfectly. And then we have a little bonus poster, We Love You 3000, which I love. I do think that's a sick poster. And then we're just going to add those in there. Alrighty, gang, I have a big pile of boxes behind me. That's how much progress I got done today. I figured I kind of like cut out for me making dinner and me working on a couple of different things, so I decided I'll just kind of give you guys a little update of everything I got done. Pretty much every single box that I have, except for my Funko Pops and my popcorn buckets, are all unpacked now. Well, unpacked. They're out of the box. Because truth be told, I still have things like that where it's like they're just kind of like sitting there and they're just not in the box anymore, but they're needing to find a new home. So I'm going to try to figure out what I'm doing with those. Okay, and this is for the time being what my room is going to look like. We got the TV right there, PlayStation 5 below it. I tried putting up that little heart. There's nothing to drill into in that wall. I put a wall anchor in, and the wall anchor literally fell through that hole. So that's fun. Another thing, Dark Knight poster, beautiful. Spider-Man, obviously beautiful. That's how I propped up my fan. I don't think I showed that in a video. My little Minecraft TNT block popcorn tin is sitting underneath that. And then that's the Coliseum tin from when they did Gladiator 2. And look at how it's like the perfect circumference for that fan. That's awesome. But that's just to help get a little bit of extra airflow for the time being while that's still not fully working. I think once that's up and running, I'm probably not going to need that really anymore, and I might donate it or something. I got these movie tins, which I still need to find a spot for. I think I have empty bins right now, so I'll probably just throw it into one of those holes for tonight and then figure that out tomorrow, because I'm planning on doing like a little display thing with that somewhere on these cube organizers, so I'll definitely have time to figure that out. My memory boxes are just kind of scattered along my U2s. Took out my big Funko Pops that are still in the box. This Xbox is just chilling here for the time being because I don't know how I'm going to situate that. I do think I got to get the PlayStation off the floor before I go to bed tonight, just to be on the safe side. I'll probably end up putting some popcorn buckets underneath it or something. But yeah, that's basically the whole update. I think the only thing I did not say, I think I'm missing a box somehow. I'm missing a lot of random things that I feel like I would have put together, and the fact that they're all not here is a little concerning to me. A part of me is like, I'm freaking out, but then also, I remember when I packed my car and then I packed my mom's SUV, and I'm wondering if when I packed my mom's SUV, I was missing a couple things, and I probably could have actually left a box in there maybe, because I'm missing one of the big things. I have a really, really nice surge protector power grid extension thing where it has, I want to say 10 plugs and 2 USB things. And I really want that for that spot right there. For the time being, this wouldn't be the end of the world. Like, that's probably what I'll do for the time being. but that big one is like really nice, and it's like $50 to replace. So I'm hoping I have it somewhere. I am going back to the old house on Wednesday, so if I just left it in my room, then I can easily get that. But we will figure that out. But another thing I'm missing is my nice phone charger. I have one good phone charger and then a couple of spares, and I've been using a spare pretty much this entire week, and it just hit me that I actually have no idea where my actual phone charger is. And then on top of that, there's one other small little thing. I had a little Hello Kitty Happy Meal toy box filled with thumbtacks, and earlier when I needed a thumbtack, I was like, wait a minute, I have no idea where that is. So I'm assuming that wherever all of those are, they're all together somewhere. But my problem is, I can't remember having another box that I would have put those in. So I'm like, maybe they're in a bag somewhere, and that's why I have no idea where it is. I don't know. Alrighty, now that I got all of that taken care of, it is bedtime, so I'm going to call it a night, go take a shower, and go to bed, because I need to be up at 4 a.m. tomorrow. Yippee!